Okay. So, we updated the part-time for treasurer's office, JP1 and JP3. Made the changes in the constable 4, seniors and senior services, and then the salary adjustment for the auditor's office with the new FICA, Medicare, and retirement numbers.
That was based off of what the district judges did this morning.
Yes. Right now, for our projected revenue, we're sitting at $24.5 million. And then our expenditures for the 010 budget, we're sitting at, let me get back there. We're sitting at $23.8 million.
And keep in mind that 24 million is with the special contingency.
With what money?
Special contingency.
Okay. Here on the JP1 and JP3 on their part-time,
It's at 8 million.
they're,
Set aside for the courthouse.
they're supposed to be at
So,
28. We got Cinnamon right, but John's
Right.
at
That,
Because that's a little misleading.
23.
yeah, now this is, I think, rather than confuse everybody, we should be, based on the projection of receiving this from taxes, 12,874,072. That's the main numbers we're looking at.
Right,
compared
right.
to
The
last
other
year.
one was misleading.
It's very misleading. So, the 12,874,000, what was that on page 40?
What?
46 is giving us the, I guess if we just look at the difference in money, 24, I'm sorry, the 23,827.
It's right there on the telephone. Give me 0.
It's a difference of 722,000.
$904.40. Requested $3,000.
On what page?
46. Budgeted 13. Requested 3. See where I'm at?
Yes, I do.
On which one?
904.40.
On senior
Page
services
46.
budget, the question being,
10,000 short.
Let me look at the,
904.40.
that's one because I got all that stuff on natural gas down there. We budgeted 13,000 last year and they spent 9,825 of it.
That's what he wants to do.
yeah, that's a typo, it needs to be 13.
We lost 10,000.
and Richard had said on JP1 for part-time, the notes that I got from you says 23, does it need to be 23 or 28? This is the notes that I
Request
got.
at 23.
8.
2880.
2880, I think that's what Kelsey, Mandy came up with,
So many hours a week,
So many
at
hours a
18,
week.
I think they were saying hours, $18. If we do 18.
Well, it's going on the cheat sheet.
For part-time,
Yes.
so $18 an hour at 29 hours a week for 52 weeks is 1508 hours.
No, it's not yearly.
Because this
That's-
request says 27,144.
You did it 18 or 15?
That's at 18.
I thought we were looking at the 28, 80.
I thought that was 30. 30 hours, 29.
Are you asking for the amount, Mindy?
That's where I'm from.
Hey, I'm out.
I have Kelsey on the phone too, so.
Should be, 18 hours, $18 an hour at 29 weeks for 52 weeks, which is a year, is 27,144.
Oh, the total amount,
Yeah,
27,100.
I figured it at 30, not 29.
I think we rounded it, maybe that's why we did 28. I think we rounded it maybe?
This morning they rounded it to 28
Okay.
flat, that's
Okay,
why.
there you go. I don't remember.
So if we had 5,000 there, then we need to.
Yes, sir. As far as what we requested, yeah.
27,144.
5,000 to 28. That's what we want. We need to add Pete. Got that. $707,000.
what is it?
That's what it should be, what's spending in, it's not. Your one.
It's no, cost of living or anything like that.
That's the total cost. The cost of living not figured in that.
Oh, it's not.
No. I'll be great if it was.
Yeah.
I was wondering,
What'd we say, what'd we come up with, is one?
491.
491,691. 491,691.
Or the budgets, you know, like, last year, it was, the fire department and transfer out, they had 75,000 each one of us had that, so it was $600,000 that got to come out. That's where that number was found. Because, you see what I'm saying?
We took that out of road and bridge, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, the balance.
160,000.
We took 75,000 apiece.
300,000.
300,000.
Yeah.
But there was 75,000 in the fire, and then there was 75,000 in the transfer out.
No,
There's two separate deals.
that was in and out, that was in and out.
Yeah, I think it was in
That's
the.
in there.
That's in
Still,
there.
it didn't cost precinct 3 road bridge budget, $75,000.
That's how they showed it in and out.
The fire department expense is zero. Transfers out 75,000.
When it was entered into this stuff right here, all $75,000 was still in our, this first bill that we got, Aaron, this morning, it was in the budget for it to come out of
For 75,000 come out of your budget.
$275,000, $150,000. That was budgeted in the two. That was budgeted in.
What page is all that?
52 would be, yeah, the first copy's got the number on it.
Hey, let me, on this part-time deal, I don't think my office is to the point where I need a full-time, part-time person. We don't need somebody for 29 hours a week. So, huh? Well, I'm just saying, I mean, we need enough to cover our, somebody to come in when our clerks are out, because we don't have enough, $2,000 isn't enough for even to cover them while they're, they can't even take their annual leave and sick leave. But, I mean, if we had, I don't want to hire another school. I don't want to hire somebody that's there 5 days a week. We may need some help here and there. And we need, when our clerks are out, but it's have somebody, enough to have somebody come in periodically and help when it gets busy. But I don't want to hire another full-time person. Well, that'll help. I mean, I would prefer my clerk, and I know Cinnamon too, pay them a little bit more to keep doing what they're doing, and if we need a little bit of help, that's fine, but I don't want hiring somebody else in the office. I don't want to do that right now. So if that would help, I mean, I figure if we had, we say 10,000 apiece.
Anything more than two, I'm gonna have.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta have, with $2,000, we can't hire a part-time to even have the girls can even use their leave. So, if that'll help, y'all math.
So our office is in the same boat as yours.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want another full-time person, it just, that might mess up the whole office.
It's at least give them $40,000 back.
Well, I mean, if in a couple of years or next year, we need.
You need it, yeah.
But y'all can make that work some other way. If we can get our clerks paid a little bit more for doing what they're already doing, and then get us a little help here and there, then that's suitable to me. I don't want to get it and turn it all back in.
So that gives 75,000 if we did, is that the?
It's not factored in on this new sheet.
Yeah, I know, but so last year.
It's been pretty much.
They don't have, they dropped the ball here, they don't have no center. They always took care of that.
You're the only one.
That's how we've always done it. So we got a problem there. I put a note on my deal, whatever's left, like always, whatever's left, put it in the ground. I never have put it, we can do a budget. So that's what's stuck. So you look here. Yeah, they got me at that.
Yeah.
That's a big stuff.
You don't have to find something cheesy.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, I don't know what now. But,
So this is what I'm talking about. See, that's budget, this 75 cents.
Right, but that was from this morning.
Yeah, this was the first one. And then she went, now the new one that you got printed out, I was just telling you where that money is, because it was budgeted in all of ours, that $150,000. So that's where that come out. And obviously, I don't know why that's there, because it wasn't in here, but check it out.
But I looked at that, it's always just been took care of.
Yeah, I think it just, because that, you had that 419,000, you had last year, and sand gravel to it, it'd be more realistic.
Yeah. Because we all get the same money, and then our carryover's on the difference.
Right, right.
That's the only thing that changes our total, is there, how much your carryover is. Yes, so this is wrong.
So yours is at 350?
Wilson's only 589,000, I think it just didn't get entered.
They didn't enter the sand and gravel. Always before, I put the line items, the way we always did it, Karen, we put our line items for fuel, you know, blah, 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 parts, repairs, culverts, and then whatever was left, automatically went to sand and gravel. Whatever that number be. We didn't know we never know what that number is. You can write a number down, but you never know what that is until we sign everything out.
Gotta be something else left off of yours, though, because
I don't understand, but how come you don't have any, there's no culverts or hauling or
On what?
on here?
there's a lot more left off.
I don't use it.
Culverts and hauling?
The, 218. My
See,
salary,
that's,
Like I always do. This is what you're getting. This is what
who's got 3 full-time employees? Who just has 3 full-time employees? Everybody got 4?
I got one. But there's a problem with my budget that last year, that I had more. I had 3 positions, I had an open position. So then when I filled it, I mean, when I did the budget, now I'm going to move money around to take it, to finish it. This year.
I don't know, I've got it now.
So I've only got $11,734 to make three more paychecks.
Yeah.
And that ain't gonna get it.
I'm just trying to compare y'all's to mine, because I just budgeted 3 and then do part-time.
But I think if you budget 4, it's $273,000.
You see, I got 218, and that probably the difference of 3 and 4.
My 220 is actually, it's
227, 61, 65. 3.
I don't know about 3, but
That's what I budgeted last year. And I don't know why it went down.
it's 273, 483.
Was that?
Mine went 283 to 265. Actually, 1.5. Medicare 1.5.
If you go to your revenue page,
Yeah,
you're looking at, like right here, I'm holding 2, 3, and 4.
yeah.
But if you go to 26, everybody got page 27. Or that was,
That's year to date.
that's actual.
Yeah,
So that's what was budgeted. And then I go to 25, it's showing that it was the same.
yeah.
And so of that 861, that percentage, that should have been about 7% of the budget collected, taxes collected. And that's the way we've always done it. That 2021, I asked Linda, you know,
Okay,
Yeah.
how do we know?
yeah,
She says always about 7%.
7%.
yeah.
And we've stuck with that every year.
Well, I figured out what it was on your capital outlay. I don't, no, never mind.
Yeah, I didn't put much, cause I'm not sure what I don't expect anything, so I put 20,000 down, cause I was thinking about buying a
Yeah.
trailer.
I was looking at other expense. We budgeted 2,000 and that's what I put on there, 2,000, I was looking at the wrong line.
Okay, so.
See, it's fund balance carryover, you can get rolled over needed.
Well, nobody's is. Nobody's is.
Really, I don't even know what the rollover is.
Yeah, we don't- Until. Right. Right, like, until all these numbers get the same before we're carryover, we got to recrunch everything.
The main thing is for y'all to get 7%, we need that,
Right.
what that number's gonna be, what it'll say.
I mean, just cause, I mean, yeah, everybody's got a different number right now, if you'll look.
Yeah.
And that needs to be, they need to all be the same. They gotta be all the same.
But it needs to be the same on this sheet. On the revenue sheet.
It doesn't have to be the same on the printout sheet that you
Because
have.
y'all spending different things.
Yeah, the same on the
No, the bottom, I mean, no, if you go get 7%, I mean, it's before your carryover's added in there. Everybody has the same number at the bottom.
5952. On the income sheet,
You know what I'm saying? We all, I mean, have the same number to work with. Just because you put 450 on sand and gravel, if the money's not there, it's not there. It didn't have 7%.
Right, that's what I'm trying to figure out is what is that, what's the value of that 7%
Right.
based off of this year's budget?
Right.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, no, but then next year, I can make it, I have to put that thing in there and check it out. Tell me, put your, that's gonna be 66, 8, so everybody, 66, 83.
See, everybody the same on that 26 budget.
Right.
861, 474. This number right here.
It was last year's.
Good, that's last year.
1,000,007.
At .0674. If you tick lower than 7%. So,
What'd you say it was?
10674.
Try to redo it then.
So we take this year's number
Yeah.
and let's just see what the,
Yeah.
that bottom, that number you were saying, we need to find, that's on.
Yeah, we gotta find that bottom number.
$1,654.
It'd probably be pretty close. Because 4 showing 1262, that was, and then 3 showing 1347. And
That'll be 981,684. What you got?
What'd you get?
That's at 6, that's,
That's at the 674. Just keeping apples to apples. You know, we can always bump it up to 7 if that's what we need to do. But last year, that 75,000 that you had to give away,
Yeah.
is probably what cost you that, 26 100s.
yeah, or was it in that number? It was in that number.
No, it's on this side, it's on this page.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah, this is just tax, your portion of tax revenue on. That's 100.
What did,
That's
Mandy,
100.
what does 3 full-time employees, what does that total up to? Is that hard to, I mean, on road and bridge? And I've always factored the max in whether I pay them there, you know, just so, you know what I mean? Because I don't know why mine went down. My number's down on this from last year.
Because how many full-time employees you have?
Well, just 3, and then I do part-time.
I mean, you got.
I had 3, I've had 3 ever since I've
I
been
mean,
here.
but you have all 3 filled now?
No,
Okay, so that's why they only figured it probably at 2. They didn't add, you had to put an open position on there, on that thing over there.
He has 4 now.
Yeah, they only budgeted me for 3, I had 4.
yeah, but there's just $2,000 difference in the 26 budget and what I've got budgeted for 27. What the deal is on that.
Last year for me.
Did you prorate
It's,
your salaries, Karen, or?
well, I go off of whatever the treasurer box gives me.
Gotcha.
It's because you have 2 filled full-time positions, you have an open position at $50,000.
Okay. That's got, okay.
See, my budget was 283, and for next year, you got me 265.
I'll do that.
And that was 220, and I don't have enough. That's not. I mean, that's a move, so.
$920,000, 18,000.
And what's different?
Good.
I would like the budget 3 at the same in case I get the right person. That way I won't be having to come back at the end of the, I mean, I start them out low, but if it works out, I bump them up.
Yeah, I mean,
So these changes
this is
that are made on here,
the new one this year,
if you change it to 65 to 45,
Yeah.
273.
Yeah, those are my numbers. Yeah, I just always before whatever's left over, you know, we all got that same number, you know, had the same, whatever was there, but the same graph.
right. So other than needing to fix your salary.
Yeah, and the same, and then all of us have the same number.
That's your portion.
Two. Yeah, that's.
So,
Andy, this is your part of the salary.
So right here, this guy right here.
That's what they're showing for next year.
Is right here. Yeah.
On that 7% should be,
That's your hour.
what y'all get on the legal taxes, register and auto
I
registration.
had budgeted 227.60, and it's gonna take the 273, 64.53 to make it 13. So what you do here, I hear this is what we budgeted. Yes, yes. But if they're going to be like he has an open position, needs to be on there as an open position, so he feels it. Usually that money will be in his budget, he'll have to find it somewhere. I mean, that's just, see, it's not always put an open position on there, but you gotta have it on there, because if you don't, they won't budget, they won't control your budget. I'll just have to make that up. So it's gonna be 273, 453, 103.
I would like to be,
This year.
Next year. No, no,
Right now, unless there's some volunteers.
Yeah, you're right.
Unless there's some volunteers.
And it's gonna be 3, 4, which is better way to get it done now. But I'm looking at.
But see, if you don't put that, like if somebody has an open position right now, you won't get it in the
This is
budget.
at 61,
Then it won't show up, it won't put that.
It'd be 981.
I mean, they just need to put open position on there.
When we do that, that just changed it to 480,000.
but look at the numbers you're working on. You got 1.3 there, you got 1.262 here. So you can pick up most of it right there.
Right. Yeah, that's what it's all back in, we got added to
Yeah,
that.
you gotta take that off of where it's all the same. Yeah. But I want to have it 3. I want all 3 times that number right there. And that's just a couple $1,000 extra, I think. Well, it'd be 3, it'd be the difference. It'd be 3. It'd be 260, 2,691.39 is the difference.
Okay, Judge, we're all,
Put us back in.
put your name back together.
What was that number you come up with?
981,684.
I'm gonna figure out what we'll worry about on salary.
667 requested by, show. So where was it, 707,000?
We're fixing to
I thought that would be longevity lease, these guys need longevity. Those, all three, all those others, the same, those two, break the same
I would
dynamic.
give me all, after getting y'all squared up.
That leaves 489, 993,
all right,
X 490,
After what?
right?
yeah, that.
No, we just went down to 227.
I would start with 981, 684.
On your,
Hold on, we're all right. Because
on the page. Page 51.
okay, so I need 392, 607, that's the difference. Okay.
Put that in sand gravel.
Huh? Yeah, that's fine, but,
Yeah.
yeah, but these numbers here that are calculated in, that are over that 981, we need to take them and see what.
That's what I did, I subtracted that from over at 707, this other stuff that we've done,
Yeah.
the $10,000 mistake on senior
This
services.
is, there's 55 in, precinct 3's got 365,961 needs to come off, there's 281 needs to come off 4, and 55 off of 1. Follow me?
Yeah, I wasn't, that wasn't what I was, what I went about figuring. What is that total?
I'm fixing to tell you. Is it 702, and you subtract that number right there, that'll be how much over, that's how much we got.
702, less than 392.
Yeah, minus 302, 607,
41, 410,000.
What was that? Should write it down.
I come with 408,000 just by comparing y'all 0.0647% that you got last year on your,
I'm just trying to figure out what our numbers are reflected on this, trying to.
489.
It's 310. So there's 300 over, there's 310.
too much.
Ain't that right? That'd be the way, it's factored in, because when you get, that should be,
That's with, is that not with the carryover?
no carryovers factored in any of this. That's the deal, we haven't got, we don't know what that is. And all of them are, except for where mine was, got left off the sand and gravel,
Yeah.
or over that number. That 981. That one by 55, that by 281, that by 365. And that ends at 702, 795, 90. And I'm under that much. So you take that off of that, you got
2,
310, 188, 69. These numbers, that's how we're off from our totals by that.
So if you, so to get that, you would want to take that 310 off of that 707. We started out at 722,000.
Well, I think you can add it.
Okay.
Reminder, I mean,
Yeah, I didn't know what all you were running numbers on
well,
there.
I mean, you're over here, and what, I mean, all three of those are over, this one's under. When you balance them out, you had 310 left over that was factored in.
So we can add 310 to the 707. But what I'm saying is that on your taxes in, your taxes received, you're all $120,000 shy. If you had if you take what you got last year, and you know that was 0.0674%. If you take that out of taxes received this year, you should be getting an additional 120,000 in your budget than you got last year. Which would be even better because you're not having to give 75,000 of it away.
Yeah.
So that'd be 480,000.
489, yeah.
But that 480,000, to take it and move it, what we're taking it away from is taxes in. What we've been looking at, how much money do we have left to play with to get cost of living rates
Right.
factored in. We were at 722,000, $10,000 mistake. Now this is before John spoke, because we used another 5,000 to get him up to that 28. Left us at 707. So if we take the 480, the 120 per precinct, then that whittles down to 227.
And I think you can add that number back in there.
That's correct.
That'll make it, that you get 310, 188, 69 to that. I think that'll get us there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go to
That's 537, and we need 491.
537.
That gets us there.
We need 491.
Yeah.
Do we know what the projected money coming in for the next 2 months, tax money? I mean, there's usually this time of month, this time of year is not very much because we were at the end. Do we have anybody that's projected them? Is it
Karen
know?
figured it while we were on break as far as, we're almost to what our collection goal was, right?
We're at,
It's on that.
we anticipated 9,232,071. So far, we collected $8,910,577.76, which is 96.52%.
Pretty good. Very good.
Set your 2 sheets right there.
Yeah, I don't want to, and we can double check all this. Just gotta be looked into.
Yeah, what we budgeted to collect last year, we were $340,000 away. And I mean, we still got, when they certified the tax roll, they still had hearings that they haven't had yet. complete, so they'll be, basically, they're on Saturday. And as far as on Dan's collection part of it, I don't know what the average is. His report today was in our report for the month of July.
Yeah. I'm glad we looked at that. I normally don't pay attention to ours till the end, because we just get what's left.
Does anybody know of anything we're missing that we hadn't discussed that?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I know, pretty well run my office for, cost the county hardly anything, because I ain't running computers and update, equipment off, that a lot of other departments are doing. And what I had presented y'all on the salary, I still use my same vehicle, it's got about 355,000 miles on it. It needs a little extra work, but it's almost 20 years old. But, y'all have had to purchase us some new vehicles or anything, which I'd rather use my own vehicle anyway. So maybe that, basically, it'd save y'all probably thousands of dollars. We furnish all our own radio equipment, lights, everything that the county ain't had to pay for. And that little bit on asked on the salary, I don't ask for anything else on any other line. It's just the salary by itself.
Okay. Let me find your question.
And to me, what I was asking for, we kind of be in line with, say, some other county, hands. And I've been doing this, type of work, 50 years now. Compared to some others, probably been doing it 8 or 10 or maybe 12 years.
So your request was, to raise your salary from 40,120 to 50.
Yes, sir. And for the last several years, I ain't never asked for anything else on these other line items. I just left them the same. For probably the last 12, 15 years, I just leave the same. We don't ask for no cell phones, budget or anything. So we're saying the county all that just spend too. So like I said, I just asking for one line item change.
Well, all I know to say is that if, what we've been figuring on up here is, once we get all our needs, our true, what we gotta have to operate, very extremely important, what that's gonna cost the county versus how much we're expecting to collect on taxes. And again, we're fortunate because the tax base went up and, there was more to tax and we're gonna receive more money this year than we did last year, which was very needed. But right now, it's looking like we've got $537,000 to play with before we approve a cost of living raise for everyone in the county. Now, we gotta consider all the people first. We do have positions that are not in line with other counties and stuff like that. I think we've got a good forecast as far as assets coming on, added to the tax base, but if these numbers are right, by the time we factor in a cost of living raise, then we're not gonna have enough to change a bunch of people's salaries that need to be adjusted, you know. It needs to be the goal for next year, I mean, it needs to be looked at every single year.
And we're talking about 3,500. That 3,500 gets you closer to.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
everybody,
that's 34, 5% of what you asked for, so,
Well, appreciate it.
yes, sir.
Won't need $46,000.
Contingency. I did have a talk with Chris Skinner yesterday, and he said that on that solar farm, between Chick and my head, that 100,000 of the, 100 million of that was gonna come on a year sooner than they thought. It really doesn't affect us so much from the pilots. I mean, it'll help us a bit check next year, but, we'll have to figure that out.
yeah.
But they are a year ahead of schedule.
The way it's going with, the lake had a big impact, and it's mainly lot sales, not houses.
Right.
When they start hitting, well, we kind of thought all along it'd take 3 to 5 years to just realize that, and I think we're fixing to realize that. Because we, like I said, went up from what, 3.8 to 4.3, or went up half a billion.
Yeah, 532. Not
A
million.
little bit of it was Calpine, and we hadn't got all of them, we're gonna get more than them.
Return 47 million.
Yeah. But, that's where we're at.
If we do this today, again, if we're gonna do something straight across the board, what's needed today is what Karen's got to publish, and that's to show the public what elected officials' salaries are gonna be. And then if we catch something we're off in the budget, we can still move other stuff around. The 19th, is that right, Karen, is when we'll finalize the budget?
Yes.
Yeah, like last year, that's why we had to give up 75,000 apiece,
Right.
just to make it all work out of our budget.
And we're gonna have overlooked something today that we'll find between now and then.
I'm just glad to look through this. As normally it takes care of itself. Or, I don't know who took care of it, somebody took care of it.
If y'all wanna move forward and go ahead and vote on,
So we just got to.
yeah, I don't want to come back. Anybody else got anything to state, input?
The reports that we gave y'all are updated, with the number that y'all are talking about. And it's in the middle column, it's the COL inflation, cost of living inflation. And those numbers just reflect what totals would be, if you go to the very last page, it totals up to how many employees we have staffed. And it would come out to $322,000, not the 406 with the 116 that we calculated this morning. So that saves us about $84,000 on cost of living adjustment. We went with that number. It's not including elected officials, that's just employees.
You say that's not included?
Not including.
Grand total on the back page.
did the cost of living raise, would that basically take out any kind of extra that we're trying to give for my clerk? Off the table?
I say what's that again?
Would it, if are we just discussing the cost of living raises only, and then so the Tamara would not get any kind of extra raise? Or is it still a thought that we could give her more of a bump, that way then she got the cost of living raise, she'd be a little bit better than she's sitting now at 30,000?
I'm just waiting to see, I just would like to see, we know what the elected official's salary is gonna be. We can determine that this evening.
Are you gonna leave us the lowest ones paid, the JT's the lowest ones paid, elected officials? Because like we're at 50, I'm at 57 right now, I believe. 57,860, and everybody else is at 62,687.
I mean,
I mean, it's a $4,000 difference, $4,800 difference. And then I'm looking at Tambra, and she's at 33.2.
that's the lowest, that is the lowest hiring amount we have.
Yep.
And we raised
the
that
most
from
money out of
25
the
to
four boards.
in 23.
Pardon me?
So we raised that from 25 to, up to that in 2023. Because it used to be 20.
Yeah, it was way
25
lower.
to
I remember, I've been here
yeah.
11 and a half years, I remember.
Yeah.
I've been up here fighting for a while.
But I'm saying that was a step in the right direction. I mean, that was a good
Oh,
change
yeah,
to
for
make,
sure.
you know? And then
Yes,
we
sir.
need to keep working toward that on all of those.
So we can keep our good employees for sure.
That's right.
So I'm afraid I'm gonna lose her if I keep her at this pay. And I can't afford to lose her and hire a new and start all over again too, but, I mean, she's at 33 too. If you, let's say y'all did the 35, I mean, she'd be closer,
Yeah.
but still pretty underpaid, in my opinion. And then I don't understand why we're the ones that are on call 7 days a week and we're the lowest paid ones.
Y'all just work 1 week out of the month.
If I don't get called out all the time. And we stay at the office, we have people come up there all the time for warrants and stuff. So, I mean, we work, it's not like we only work 1 day a week, you know what I'm saying?
No, I just meant on call.
Right,
I thought y'all on call.
Or we switch for each other if we
One week.
need to, or whatever, yeah. I mean, still be on call.
We do.
I don't sleep when I'm on call. I've never missed a call, I missed one call, I've been shopping for life.
I was gonna say, I mean, we do warrants and stuff and, you know, go by the jail and magistrate even when we're not on call. So,
Because we get asked to, I'm not gonna ever say no, so.
It's just saying that like your job is not essential a part of all of this, but there's also the 8100 travel that y'all get that brings y'all all closer to like what I'm making. I'm at 60, and that brings it up closer to 60. So it is compensated in that factor. So I don't get stuff like that. So I don't know if that's something that we want to look at differently too.
I'm open to suggesting on anything. I just want to see what we're going to do for our employees,
Definitely.
like everybody, first and foremost.
Right. Like I said, my main goal is Tamara. He can put me on the back burner, but I want to make sure she's good, because she puts her butt every day.
Mine's too. You go,
So y'all's clerks, once they hire at that position, they're never moving up unless it's by raise.
Unless it's y'all's, right.
Yeah.
They don't get anything. Like, she's been here a year and a half, and she's still at 30.
I don't, so why wouldn't they be considered more of a deputy clerk or a?
They would never give it to her.
The deputy clerks, they only get it
35.
just like she's talking about, that once a year, you know, raise, and I have one at 31 too.
I do too.
And then I have two,
You guys will say Tammy's
at
at 35
33.
too, and then you got Marissa
and then Tammy
Minch,
Jo makes
41.
35, which is 42% less than what I make. I think she needs to be, they all need to be brought up. Something needs to be worked out with these salary grades. I mean, they don't make sense.
I do agree 100%, but this gonna be tough this year to do.
And I do understand that, but I'm just saying, salary grades, but like you've got, in my office, I have a deputy clerk, and then I have a clerk one, and then I have my chief deputy. She takes care of everything when I am out of the office, and she can take care of everything when I'm in there. But it's from one end to the other. She knows every bit of it. When she's out, or we're both out, gone to school, wherever, Jennifer, my clerk one, she steps up, and she handles it. I have two strong people in my office. And then my others, you know, they record documents and make copies, and they are the deputy clerks. But
I agree with you 100% about trying to get everybody on the same level, but y'all see we've been trying to crunch numbers and everything else, but everybody gets straight across the board.
Well, let me say this, I'm not saying for all JPs, I'm here for my office. I'm here for my person, I know.
That's good, because we would have
He's
a
here
few
for his
disagreements,
person.
he was here on all of them.
Yeah, I'm here for my office, I don't believe we all should, I mean, we kick butt every month because we do our job, and I do my office. I can't speak for anybody else's office or what they make. I'm here for camera and cinnamon.
I agree with you 100%.
John can take care of his office.
We have to look at everybody, you know.
Oh, I agree, but I just don't think we should all make the same if we're not all putting out the same work.
It'd be nice if we had a goal, if we said we want that minimum. It'd just be nice if say, Tamara was to leave you, and you hired somebody with no experience and had to train, and say that position was moved from 31.2 to 35, say, okay, and that was our lowest pay. But once that person got good at their job, you would expect them to be able to get
Even if they come
You
in
know,
with
at a-
experience, we
at a
still have to
higher
start at the lowest.
pay
Right,
that didn't include the cost of living.
right. I'm saying even if
You
they
know, I
come
mean,
with
but
experience.
that's a big change in this county, because if you've always just had one clerk, then it's always been one pay for that clerk.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that your clerk is less important than the clerk that works under Tammy.
Agreed.
You know,
Right.
so, you know, that's the kind of adjustments, and then what is that spread? I mean, we need to know what
But here's
should
my
a
thing,
chief deputy clerk and a deputy clerk, what should
Right.
be the difference in their pay? And it's
my
not
thing
gonna be the
is,
same in every office.
who's coming in here to ask for it? I'm coming to ask for I shouldn't, because I'm asking doesn't mean everybody should get it. They ask for their office, they ask, you know what I'm saying? If they didn't come and ask for it, I'm asking for my office.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get everybody, all the JPs and everybody, I'm just asking for my office. And to me, if you come and sit here and you do your part of this budget meeting, and you attend and you interact and you ask, and that's where it should go. You see what I'm saying? That's just my point.
You need a motion to do the, we got the 3,500, give everybody across the board $3,500. We got the money to do that. That's what we need right now.
Yep.
I'll make that motion.
There.
Is that going to include elected officials?
That's straight across, that's everybody on the
That's
payroll
not
in the
figured
county.
into this thing right there.
Now, that's not figured into this,
So if.
but that wasn't his question. His question was, do we have it? According to what we've done today, yes, we do.
So is that what we decided, basically decided this morning? That's what I've understood that.
It's not figured into this, but it's figured in that money's there.
Right. So your motion is to give a cost of living raise to each county employee for $3,500.
Yes, sir.
Each.
Yes, sir.
Each county employee,
Well, each full-time employee.
Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
And is that going to include elected officials?
that's his motion, is to include elected officials.
Okay. That brings it up to $374,500.
Okay, where were we off earlier? What's the difference?
Yeah, because earlier we had 491,000.
491, 690.
And what,
This,
because you're not showing any,
And you were showing 100, for 116
This is just
people.
salaries. This is just
116.
salary money, not
Oh.
including the fit five
116.
Not the benefit part of the money hasn't been added to that 374.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
because
so we're good. Yeah.
last time it was 400, I mean,
that's counting the
it's
benefits.
406, but then when you
And
back up
84.
Medicare, 84,691, so.
So Kelly's adding in the retirement, Medicare, and FICA.
Whatever you showed us this morning,
Yeah.
84,000.
We had it figured at 491, 691.
That's the number
And
we're,
again, there's those open positions, if they don't get filled, that money won't get spent, you know?
So with that, these are all the filled open position, or filled positions, not open positions currently. It's $452,620.70.
Yeah, but we've got positions that are gonna be,
yeah, I've got one, I mean, and
Teresa, you still got an
If
open
you-
position?
Yes,
Yes, so Teresa's got one, and I mean,
there's several.
kind of need to budget for the number of people.
So you're gonna give a cost of living raise to a non-existing.
We're not gonna give it, it'll be in that fund,
Okay.
but it's not
Because
going
then-
nowhere if there's, actually, you wouldn't even give it if they're not, if they hired on between now and October 31st, they would get that, because nobody's getting this until September the 1st.
So it would be
I'm
for
sorry,
every
October,
county
October.
position.
Every county position.
It would be every county position. That way that includes the open positions that are on there.
So that's gonna change the base salary
yes.
of every position coming in,
Full-time.
full-time.
Don't change the base. If somebody hires in tomorrow, they're gonna hire in at what it is right now. And then
That's a whole other.
come October the 1st,
Look at it
So
later.
if I make $20,000, I'm getting 3,500, it'll be 23,500. Hold on, let me think about this.
I mean,
If
if
I,
you're making
if I start
31.
tomorrow, I'll be making $20,000. Come October
how are you
1st,
making 20?
I'm just giving it
Just
a
give
number,
it
not a flat
Just
number.
these two. Okay.
Even come October 1st, I'll be making 23,500.
Yeah.
The way I see it.
Yeah, I know, in the
If you're
past,
currently employed.
Right,
If you're-
so, if you're currently employed, but if we give that to open positions, they're going to also start at 23,500, not the base
That's what
salary.
they just said, only
Yeah.
that filled position, right?
I know in the past, we've done,
You have
if
to
you
be
were,
on.
if you were hired by the time we got the budget, so say we hired someone that starts on August 19th, they would add, on October 1st, they will get that $3,500 cost of living. But anytime, yeah, if they fill that full-time employee position, if they start afterwards, they're not gonna get that cost of
They
living.
don't qualify.
After the 19th.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what we've done before.
Yeah,
The
makes sense.
position needs to be changed.
I can attest to that for my
Yeah, it cost
position.
you 2,500.
It did,
It
it
did.
cost me that cost of living raise when I started. I didn't start at what everyone else started because I started after the adoption.
Yeah.
So,
Can we change that to October 1st since that's the start of the budget? Anybody hired before the actual first day of the budget?
yeah.
Sure have to get people hired.
Yeah, as long as we budget for it.
Yeah.
I don't know why we
I
can't.
wouldn't be against
I
it.
don't know why we can't,
I
as
think
long as
it
we
would
budget
help.
for it.
Get these positions filled.
I mean, because that's a whole, I mean, look, $3,500.
That's a carrot
And
chip.
Mandy's gonna want you to go back and retro pay her, because she's still mad about
Or,
that
you know, instead of
$2,500.
me being appointed in September, I could have just started in October and got it, you know? That would have been the point.
But that's also a carrot you can dangle.
Yeah,
in
I
the-
mean, because starting pay for everybody in this county, you know, that's an issue, which I understand it can't be taken care of with what we got to work with right now. But it is something.
Answer me this, a cost of living raise, you get the cost of living raise because of the cost of living, everything going up.
Yeah.
So if you got a base pay, you got a position, wherever it is, and you're giving it $3,500 for that position, but yet after October, somebody hires out, you're gonna start them back at this base pay. This base
Yeah.
pay, the reason why this base pay, the reason why you're giving the cost of living is because this base pay is too low.
What are you budgeting for it if you're
Not
not gonna give
necessarily,
it?
I mean, it is low, I know, but
If it's a base pay, if you've got $20,000 and then y'all decide, we decide that this $20,000 is too low, we need to get the cost of living to it.
This is two different things though. I'm here this evening because I wanna see if we're gonna do something good for everybody. We still need to go back and revisit that other, but I think this would be another step in the right direction if we did change it and say, as long as you hire out prior to October the 1st, then you would get that. It doesn't change starting salary, but it's only affecting the open positions. The ones that are already filled, they're gonna get their 3,500.
I understand that, but it's gonna be hard to fill them open positions when you ain't making, when you're not starting.
They're not making what they should be, but that's, Judge, I'd like to take back my motion. For lack of a second.
You already got a second.
No, I mean, we ain't voted yet, so can I take it back?
Can you not supplement the people that are hired after October 1st, since it is a cost of living, can you not supplement it by pay periods? Like if, you know, like,
You mean to prorate it?
because that's, yeah, prorated to the pay period that they're starting at. And then they would technically still get a cost of living, but it doesn't need to be added to their base salary.
That sounds too difficult.
It just needs to be a cost of living increase, because of the cost of living increase, they
All
still
the jobs are gonna get filled,
Yeah.
and if they don't, they don't.
Yeah.
But me, if we got
If you're gonna change the
16
date by
positions in this
October
county,
1,
we're gonna budget for all 116, whether they get filled or not. Money doesn't get spent. so.
And right now.
the challenging part about changing those levels, you give this cost of living raise to somebody making 33. They start at it, I mean, then we up the starting salary.
But, you
Then
know-
you turn around, then you got to figure out how to keep somebody that's been here. I mean, you'll have somebody hired in making what somebody's been here. I mean, that's the challenging part. That's the very, I mean, to be fair. And that means straight raises across, you know, that level deal, that's what's touchy.
Right.
Does that make sense on
It's not
that?
been fair since I've been here, because, you know, we did that, when we took those positions from 25-2 to 31-2, that same year, I think there was 2 women in the county that low salary, 31-2 became the minimum. Okay, so that was a $5,000 raise, you might say, increase in salary, plus they got the cost of living raise too, you know, all at once, and they were the only 2 that got it like that, but, and yeah, there was a little chatter about it, and people let their butt hurt, but at the same time, everybody's griping about it's too low, well, at least we moved it from 25-2 to 31-2, you know?
They know what it pays when they apply for it. I think if we're just looking at what we can do as a whole for all the employees today and elected officials, I think $3,500 is a good number. I think
it's fair, especially since we didn't do anything last
But
year.
in saying that, which,
And
in moving forward, knowing what money may be coming in the future,
yeah.
we do need to look at every position in this county on what the average starting pay is for every position and get them there. Some may get a little more than others, that's just the way it is, we gotta get that fixed. Some down the line, you know, obviously we don't have it to do that right now.
That's just a challenge for bringing somebody else up without.
Limestone County, I just left over there, and they're trying to do a 2% across the board.
That won't work.
But they said,
Percentage won't
may
work.
not be nothing, you know, they're in the boat we ran last year, there's just not much choice, you know. And like their SB 22, he said that because they've got 24 deputies, it spreads it thin. I said, well, y'all's deputies were starting pay was way more than ours. Ours was at what, 36?
For deputies,
Yeah, before any SB 22 come along.
36 or 34 maybe.
Yeah, but first bump we got, we moved to 40.
No. We moved to, because it had to be at, 40.
The first year,
Yeah,
we went
that's what it was.
Went to
Yeah.
40, and then
Yeah.
it's crazy, now it's at
Yeah,
62.
it was about 34, they were making a little more than that, but
Yeah.
starting pay was 34.
Right.
Yeah. And thankful for SB 22, really, because that's
Oh, yeah.
helping us big time.
It's helping the whole county, helps every taxpayer the way they want it.
As far as sheriff's office is concerned, we're thankful for 3,500 if that's what y'all choose to do.
Just remember, we can't lower your budget because of SB 22. And you're gonna save 40,000 this year on leases and agreements. So I may need it, is what I'm saying. Can't transfer it out of there, but, you know,
Yeah, I get it.
yeah.
We got a motion and a second. Do we have a motion and a second?
Nope,
We don't have.
we have a motion.
We have a motion. We have a second.
If we work out our total number, we'll be all right.
Is this the one that they do?
Yeah. It is, yeah. It's 3.2,
Right.
but it's not, so there's not any, yeah.
You also have to remember, they're not just getting 3,500, they're also getting some more money for the insurance is going up, and that's coming out of the county funds too. The insurance is going up.
Y'all done that?
Well, my office is grateful for the 3,500, and I know my girls will be, there will be grateful. They didn't come on my bill last year, they didn't get one. They were thankful for the job and their insurance, and the insurance is wonderful. What I was talking about is like there's Tammy Joe, she's my chief deputy, and in that range, there's a $15,000 range from her to the one that makes the most. And I get it, the one that makes the most has 18 years, and they should know. But I think that's a problem, you know, that's the problem.
Do we have a second?
I got a live motion.
Second.
A motion and a second. Is there any more discussion? Any opposed? All in favor, aye? Motion carried.
Thank you.
I hope, you know, in the insurance, we talked about it in the clear, but I hope everybody, we're trying to keep this zero out of pocket available. And I hope everybody appreciates, I mean, because that's a biggie. I mean, we started it, and it's like it's getting touchy. I hope we don't ever have to go back.
Like you're at track.
Yeah, I mean, look, just like I said, insurance, that's the worst thing about it. Nothing goes down.
Make a motion with you.
Hey, just a second, we got a lot of elected officials in here. The Retired School Teachers Association is having a meeting in August. Don't hold me to it, maybe 26th, like they always do after the school. And for any elected officials that want to come by, if you're not opposed, you can come by and they'll recognize you, but if you're opposed, then you can get up and make a speech. And that's for the retired school teachers out there that's done that years.
Cafeteria.
Yeah, and I think it's at the school cafeteria. I have a.
Did you got it? Do you have a date?
September
I got it.
24th. September 24th, yeah, it's on a Thursday.
I replied to her last night.
No.
Thursday, September 24th at 6 p.m. Cafeteria, I guess.
I knew you would.
On Monday, Monday till Monday, they're doing that dedication for the work fire truck at 9:30, I believe, and working at the fire station. So if anybody's interested in coming to that, that's everybody involved. So if you're free on Monday, you'd like to come to work with the fire station, they're doing